The Stone by Walter Harvey. You want to get this and read it. It's about the ancestors of Goliath and the ancestors of David and how they settled the score around the time Jesus came, 1,000 years later. This is a pigeon's tail. It's going to have a little green on it, so you'll be able to see through me. This is by S.A. Mahan, and it's about a pigeon named Walter, and a science fiction, and it's very good, how he and his friends managed to save the world. And it's clean, too. Here's a book by Walter's father, Marvin Harvey, 2 Prayers and 6 Miracles, a good book, clean. You'll want to get it. And I've got plenty of green screen over my shoulder, which I'll be able to show the covers of these books. And this is a nice setup. The camera stand, the old camera stand, is about 2 feet away from the camera itself. Is about 2 to 3 feet away from the table. And it's getting a good picture, especially when I've got that back all covered with green. This is by Moi, and it's about MacArthur High School. The title of it is Faith and Labor. And it's from a somewhat not too objective viewpoint of public school, especially MacArthur High School. This is Benjamin in the Forest, written by Phil Miller. He was chaplain in the Air Force. I got to work with him. Plus, he was a minister over in Fort Worth. And he writes about science, trees, birds, bugs, adventure, and fun. And this is Benjamin and his grandfather. His grandfather explains nature to his grandson out in the forest. This is Tangled Fates. Got a little green on this cover too, by Ali Mignana. I think that's how you say her name. It's either Ali or Alicia or Jackson or Mignoni. So I think it's Mignana. But anyway, she's a full-time painter and a part-time writer. And this has a lot of science fiction and a lot of history in it. And it was quite interesting. It kept my attention. And she's a very good writer. She needs to write more books. This is The Pedestrians by Harry Hall, a guy I went to high school with, and his brother, Monty. And they were a couple of track fanatics. And later on, Harry, who's now a speech teacher out at the University of Dallas, he wrote this book, and it's like one of the most documented books I've ever seen, next to a war book. And it's got a lot of history about female sports back in the 1800s. The Transplanted Yankee by Thomas Lee Bont, Jr. And this fellow wrote about the Navy. It was very interesting, I thought. If you want your son to go into the Navy, read this book. Or daughter. Got to say that these days. This book was the first one I've written. It's called Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Boy Scouts. The story of Troop 826. When I was in Boy Scouts, I had a fun time. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. You know, a lot like public school, I didn't know what I was doing there. But I had fun with the Scouts. And I wish I would have done better. And I write about that. And this is just a story of one troop, not all the Boy Scouts. This is a book by S.A. Mahan, by Susan Reichert Mahan, and illustrated by Deborah Mahan. Got a little green on the cover, so you'll be able to see through me again. But it's a children's book, and it's got a lot of good illustrations in it. Here's some more green. And if you got a kid, get him this book, The Baby Sea Turtle. This one is called The Naked Truth by Rick Taylor. This man was a publisher and editorial writer here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I thought this was a very funny book. I read it like in 2 days. If you get the chance, buy it. I wish I could interview the guy. Another book by Walter Harvey, The Star This one became before the movie came out, The Star, the cartoon. So, but I think this one's probably better. I didn't see the movie, but I read the book twice. And it's very good, by Walter Harvey. If you don't have it, well, it's on Amazon and Kindle too. So this is a testing for sound. This is like the fourth test for sound and the second test for green screen. No, the third test for green screen. So I think this is how it's going to be. I've got green screen going from this wall to that wall. That's 18 feet. And to the ceiling, that's 8 feet. So it covers most of our background. And we'll see how it does. I guess nothing else to say right now, so I'll talk to you later. I look forward to having interviews with these writers right here in this chair. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.